Chosen one, take a breath because you did not arrive here by accident. This moment was written into your timeline before you ever opened your eyes this morning. Heaven has aligned your steps with divine precision, and the message you are about to hear is not random, not coincidental. This is appointment, not accident. The Spirit has drawn you here because you are standing at your Red Sea moment, the very edge where destiny and impossibility collide. Chosen one, you are not just watching a video. You are stepping into a Kairos moment, a sacred window where heaven intervenes in the affairs of men. The appointed time has come, just as it is written in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. Though the vision tarry, wait for it will surely come and it will not delay. And chosen one, your surely come moment is now. There is a shift moving toward you, quiet but unstoppable, invisible yet undeniable. Something in your atmosphere is changing. Something in your spirit is rising. You are standing at the border of breakthrough that could manifest today, tonight, or in the coming hours. This is the hour heaven whispers, stand still and watch what I'm about to do. Prepare yourself, anointed one. Your Red Sea is about to open. Chosen one. Hear this with the deepest part of your spirit, because what I'm about to speak is not information, it is impartation. You have felt the pressure, the warfare, the exhaustion, the strange heaviness around your life, but you didn't realize that all of it has been signaling one truth. You are standing at your Red Sea moment. You are positioned at the threshold of a supernatural crossing that only heaven can orchestrate, and everything you've endured up to this point has been preparing you for what's about to break open. The intensity of your battles has never been random. It has always been revealing. The enemy only fights what threatens him. In chosen one, your destiny terrifies darkness. You've wondered why the attacks have been relentless, why the timing has felt cruel, why every time you lifted your head, another wave came crashing. But I need you to hear this. Hell studies what heaven anoints. You have been carrying an unseen weight of glory, an authority that has been growing inside you even in the days when you felt too tired to stand. I know what it feels like because I have lived through the same shadows. Seasons where the bills piled up, opportunities vanished, relationships dissolved, and prayers felt like they bounced off the ceiling. Seasons where you whisper, God, where are you? But heaven answers not with words, but with shaping. I remember nights when I cried until my chest ached, days I questioned whether God's promises were for me or for people more qualified, more holy, more put together. I know what it is to feel unseen, uncelebrated, unchosen. But later I learned the truth. Obscurity was not rejection, it was protection. Silence was not abandonment, it was preparation. Waiting was not punishment, it was training. And chosen one, that's exactly what has been happening in your life. Every closed door softened your spirit. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment. Every disappointment purified your motives. Every delay strengthened your foundation. Heaven has been refining you in secret because the weight of what you're called to carry cannot be supported by an unprepared vessel. Think about how many moments almost broke you, but didn't. Not because you were strong, but because God refused to let go. Think about how many times the enemy tried to overwhelm your mind, suffocate your joy, or whisper lies into the cracks of your identity. He told you that you were late, that you were ordinary, that you were forgotten. But he lied because he fears what you are becoming. You see, the enemy cannot stop your destiny, but he tries to convince you to walk away from it. He cannot close the doors God opens, but he tries to blind you so you don't see them. He cannot remove the anointing on your life, but he tries to distract you long enough that you never activate it. And yet here you are, listening, watching, receiving, proof that you have survived every storm designed to sink you. Proof that your spirit is stronger than your circumstances. Proof that heaven is still guiding you, even when you didn't feel it. Now the shift has begun. You may not see it fully, but you can feel it. That subtle stirring in your atmosphere. That internal nudge that something is aligning. This is not imagination. This is spiritual intelligence. This is the same inner knowing that appears right before God performs something only God can do. Chosen one, you are approaching a moment where the old cycle will break in an instant. The season you're stepping into will not be defined by struggle, but by supernatural strength. It won't be built on your effort, it will be built on God's intervention. What felt delayed is being accelerated. What felt denied is being redirected. What felt dead is being resurrected. And like Israel standing before the Red Sea, you're not being brought here to drown, you're being positioned to witness a miracle. You are standing at a divine intersection where your obedience, your endurance, and heaven's timing are converging. This is the hour where impossible paths open, where waters part, where the attacks that once intimidated you will become evidence of how valuable you truly are. Chosen one, you have no idea how close you are. The breakthrough is not coming, it is unfolding. The shift is not promised, it is in motion. The Red Sea before you is not a barrier, it is the stage of your becoming. Chosen one. As we step deeper into this revelation, I need you to understand something that will shift the way you see every battle you have ever faced. The enemy did not come after you because you were weak. He came after you because he saw what heaven placed inside you long before you recognized it yourself. Darkness studies destiny, hell tracks potential, and any life marked for supernatural influence will experience supernatural resistance. But here is the part you often miss. Every assault against you had an unseen boomerang built into it. What the enemy weaponized to wound you, God used to shape you. What the enemy designed to exhaust you, heaven transformed into endurance. What the enemy meant to silence you, God used to amplify your authority. Chosen one, this is why your warfare has been personal. You carry an oil that threatens systems. You carry a voice that shifts atmospheres. You carry a mantle that awakens dormant destinies in others. You carry a presence that unsettles darkness before you even speak. And the enemy has been trying to convince you that your battles disqualify you, when in truth, they prove you are chosen for something greater than you imagine. I need you to look back for a moment, not with regret, but with revelation. Think about the times when everything around you was collapsing, yet something in you refused to give up. That was not human strength, that was divine reinforcement. Think about the nights you cried silently, wondering if God had forgotten you, yet you found enough strength the next morning to try again. That was supernatural resilience. Think about the times you felt empty, overlooked, unseen, yet in the quiet corners of your soul, there was still a flicker of hope you couldn't explain. That was heaven whispering, "I'm not done with you." I know this because I have lived it myself. I have survived seasons where I questioned every prophecy spoken over my life. I have walked through moments when I felt like a shadow in my own story. I have faced storms where I begged God for answers and received silence instead. But later, I realized the silence was not absence. It was construction. God was building something in me that required darkness, pressure, stillness, and pruning. He was strengthening my roots so the weight of future blessing would not break me. And chosen one, that same holy process has been happening in you. While you were busy trying to survive, heaven was sculpting you into someone who can now carry spiritual weight without collapsing. Someone who has authority not because of titles, but because of scars. Someone who can speak life because you've wrestled with death. Someone who can stand firm because you've known what it feels like to fall. Someone who can walk through fire because you've already survived the flames. This is why your current season feels so intense. You are emerging from a hidden wilderness into a visible assignment. The shift is not subtle, it is seismic. The pressure is not random, it is prophetic. You are transitioning from being shaped privately to being used publicly. And with that shift comes one crucial truth. The enemy always throws his heaviest warfare right before the greatest release. Some of the confusion you've been feeling lately is not emotional instability, it is spiritual interference. Some of the sudden distractions appearing out of nowhere are not coincidences. They are demonic attempts to pull your attention away from what God is about to do for you. Some of the unexpected temptations, old wounds reopening, sudden discouragements, or familiar voices resurfacing from your past are not random. They are last-minute attempts to drag you back into a mindset God already freed you from. The closer you get to breakthrough, the louder the battlefield becomes. But anointed one, here is the revelation. The noise is proof that the gate is near. The resistance is proof that promotion is close. The pressure is proof that the crossing is upon you. You are standing at your Red Sea not as a victim waiting for rescue, but as a chosen vessel rising into divine authority. This is not the moment to retreat. This is not the moment to question everything God has spoken. This is not the moment to shrink under the weight of doubt. This is the moment to steady your posture, lift your head, and recognize that the God who brought you to the water is the same God who will part it. This is the hour when heaven begins to move in ways that defy logic. Suddenly, people who once ignored you begin to seek your wisdom. Suddenly, resources that once felt impossible begin to appear without explanation. Suddenly, connections free from manipulation and hidden agendas enter your life. Suddenly, opportunities that should have taken years accelerate in weeks. Suddenly, what was closed is open, not because of your effort, but because of God's timing. Chosen one, you are entering a realm of divine assistance. You are stepping into a season where angels go before you, where divine favor surrounds you, where supernatural alignment becomes your new normal. And as you stand before your Red Sea, heaven is preparing to do for you what you cannot do for yourself. Chosen one, as we continue, I need you to lean in with the full attention of your spirit, because this next layer of revelation is the bridge between where you have been and where heaven is leading you. You are not simply approaching breakthrough. You are approaching identity activation, and the enemy has been wrestling not just with your circumstances, but with your perception of who you truly are. The greatest warfare in your life has not been over your money, your relationships, or your opportunities. It has been over your identity. Because if you ever fully recognize who you are in the Spirit, you become unstoppable. You see, the Red Sea moment is not just about escape, it is about emergence. It is the point where who you were and who you are becoming collide. And that collision is the reason why you've been feeling the internal turbulence, the emotional waves, the sudden spikes of self-doubt, the pressure that seems to come from nowhere. The enemy knows that if he can confuse the chosen one about their identity, he can delay their destiny. But you must understand something foundational. Identity is not discovered through comfort. It is revealed through conflict. It is in the wrestle that you learn your authority. It is in the stretching that you discover your capacity. It is in the fire that you realize what can no longer burn you. And chosen one, you have been in a long season of stretching, a season where God allowed you to face things that felt bigger than you, not because they were meant to crush you, but because they were meant to grow you. Growth rarely feels like growth in the moment. It feels like breaking. It feels like loss. It feels like being pushed beyond what you thought you could bear. But the truth is, you weren't breaking, you were expanding. What felt like pressure was actually preparation. What felt like dismantling was actually rebuilding. What felt like unanswered prayers was actually divine restructuring. I say this from a place of lived experience. I know what it is to wake up and not recognize the version of yourself that's staring back in the mirror, to feel like the old you is gone, but the new you hasn't fully formed yet. I know what it feels like to be in the hallway between chapters where doors behind you have closed, but the doors ahead haven't opened. That liminal space, that spiritual in-between, can be the most disorienting season of all. And yet, in my own life, it was always the space where heaven did its greatest work. Because when God is preparing to elevate you, He will often isolate you, not to punish you, but to clear the noise so you can hear the whisper. When God is getting ready to shift you, He will remove the people who held you to your old identity because they cannot walk with you into the new one. When God is positioning you for supernatural transfer, He will strip away false dependencies so you learn to lean solely on Him. And when God is preparing to open your Red Sea, He will allow the pressure to rise until you have no choice but to trust Him. Chosen one, that's where you've been, in a divine setup, a holy tension. The pressures around you have been pushing you into the posture required for breakthrough. You've been learning to trust without evidence, to walk without clarity, to believe without confirmation. That is not weakness, that is spiritual maturity. And now, because you've endured the hidden training, the next phase of your journey begins, the unveiling. When the Red Sea parts, it is not just God making a way, It is God revealing who his chosen ones truly are. Israel crossed on dry ground, but what people forget is that Egypt saw their identity only after the sea opened. In the same way, the people who doubted you will soon witness who you truly are, not because you'll try to prove anything, but because heaven will make it undeniable. The doors that open for you will speak for themselves. The opportunities that come to you will speak for themselves. The favor that surrounds you will speak for itself. The acceleration on your life will silence every lie spoken against you. The supernatural provision that flows into your hands will reveal the truth. You were not forgotten. You were being prepared. But here's the deeper revelation. Before God brings you through the Red Sea, he brings the Red Sea through you. He parts the limitations in your mind. He parts the doubts in your heart. He parts the fear in your soul. Because the external breakthrough requires an internal shift. And chosen one, that internal shift is already happening. You are thinking differently. You are discerning differently. You are perceiving differently. The old you reacted, the new you responds. The old you retreated, the new you stands firm. The old you survived, the new you will conquer. You are on the verge of a supernatural transition that will redefine your entire life's trajectory. Heaven is aligning, the waters are moving, and your identity as God's chosen one is rising to the surface. Chosen one. As we step deeper into this revelation, I need you to understand something that will shift the way you see every battle you have ever faced. The enemy did not come after you because you were weak. He came after you because he saw what heaven placed inside you long before you recognized it yourself. Darkness studies destiny, hell tracks potential. And any life marked for supernatural influence will experience supernatural resistance. But here's the part you often miss. Every assault against you had an unseen boomerang built into it. What the enemy weaponized to wound you, God used to shape you. What the enemy designed to exhaust you, heaven transformed into endurance. What the enemy meant to silence you, God used to amplify your authority. Chosen one, this is why your warfare has been personal. You carry an oil that threatens systems. You carry a voice that shifts atmospheres. You carry a mantle that awakens dormant destinies in others. You carry a presence that unsettles darkness before you even speak. And the enemy has been trying to convince you that your battles disqualify you, when in truth, they prove you are chosen for something greater than you imagine. I need you to look back for a moment, not with regret, but with revelation. Think about the times when everything around you was collapsing, yet something in you refused to give up. That was not human strength. That was divine reinforcement. Think about the nights you cried silently, wondering if God had forgotten you, yet you found enough strength the next morning to try again. That was supernatural resilience. Think about the times you felt empty, overlooked, unseen, yet in the quiet corners of your soul, there was still a flicker of hope you couldn't explain. That was heaven whispering, "I'm not done with you." I know this because I have lived it myself. I have survived seasons where I questioned every prophecy spoken over my life. I have walked through moments when I felt like a shadow in my own story. I have faced storms where I begged God for answers and received silence instead. But later I realized the silence was not absence. It was construction. God was building something in me that required darkness, pressure, stillness, and pruning. He was strengthening my roots so the weight of future blessing would not break me. And chosen one, that same holy process has been happening in you. While you were busy trying to survive, heaven was sculpting you into someone who can now carry spiritual weight without collapsing. Someone who has authority not because of titles, but because of scars. Someone who can speak life because you've wrestled with death. Someone who can stand firm because you've known what it feels like to fall. Someone who can walk through fire because you've already survived the flames. This is why your current season feels so intense. You are emerging from a hidden wilderness into a visible assignment. The shift is not subtle, it is seismic. The pressure is not random, it is prophetic. You are transitioning from being shaped privately to being used publicly. And with that shift comes one crucial truth. The enemy always throws his heaviest warfare right before the greatest release. Some of the confusion you've been feeling lately is not emotional instability, It is spiritual interference. Some of the sudden distractions appearing out of nowhere are not coincidences. They are demonic attempts to pull your attention away from what God is about to do for you. Some of the unexpected temptations, old wounds reopening, sudden discouragements, or familiar voices resurfacing from your past are not random. They are last-minute attempts to drag you back into a mindset God already freed you from. The closer you get to breakthrough, the louder the battlefield becomes. But, Anointed One, here is the revelation. The noise is proof that the gate is near. The resistance is proof that promotion is close. The pressure is proof that the crossing is upon you. You are standing at your Red Sea not as a victim waiting for rescue, but as a chosen vessel rising into divine authority. This is not the moment to retreat. This is not the moment to question everything God has spoken. This is not the moment to shrink under the weight of doubt. This is the moment to steady your posture, lift your head, and recognize that the God who brought you to the water is the same God who will part it. This is the hour when heaven begins to move in ways that defy logic. Suddenly, people who once ignored you begin to seek your wisdom. Suddenly, resources that once felt impossible begin to appear without explanation. Suddenly, connections free from manipulation and hidden agendas enter your life. Suddenly, opportunities that should have taken years accelerate in weeks. Suddenly, what was closed is opened, not because of your effort, but because of God's timing. Chosen One, you are entering a realm of divine assistance. You are stepping into a season where angels go before you, where divine favor surrounds you, where supernatural alignment becomes your new normal. And as you stand before your Red Sea, heaven is preparing to do for you what you cannot do for yourself. Chosen One, now that you've entered this realm of divine positioning, you must also understand the spiritual mechanics behind the acceleration that is beginning to unfold in your life. Breakthrough is never random. It is the visible manifestation of invisible obedience, invisible warfare, and invisible endurance. Heaven does not release acceleration where there is no alignment. And you, Chosen One, have finally become aligned in a way that makes you unstoppable. You have aligned your heart even when it was broken. You have aligned your faith even when you felt nothing. You have aligned your posture even when life handed you reasons to collapse. That alignment is why the supernatural transfer is now legally authorized to flow toward you. What is coming next is not luck, it is clearance. Heaven has stamped your name into a season where delay can no longer hold you. You've spent years feeling stuck, years feeling like you were circling the same mountain, years wondering why others advanced while you remained still. But the truth is that you were not stuck. You were being strengthened. You were not circling. You were being shaped. You were not forgotten. You were being fortified. And now the strength you built in private is attracting opportunities you once prayed for in tears. But let me give you a truth that will anchor you as everything around you begins to shift. Breakthrough requires boundaries. You cannot enter your Red Sea moment with the same access you gave people in your wilderness. Not everyone can walk with you into your promised crossing. Not everyone can have the same level of you that they once had. Elevation requires restriction, not to limit your love, but to protect your purpose. In my own journey, I learned that God often elevates us first internally before He elevates us externally. And once the internal elevation happens, the old version of you becomes too small for the new mantle you carry. You may notice that certain conversations drain you now when they once entertained you. Certain environments feel heavy when they once felt comfortable. Certain people feel loud to your spirit even when they speak softly. That is not arrogance, and that is spiritual evolution. Your spirit is maturing, your discernment is sharpening, your tolerance for anything that dilutes your purpose is dissolving. This is heaven recalibrating you for your next level. And Chosen One, your next level requires clarity. It requires focus. It requires guarding your mind, your time, your energy, and your anointing. Because where you're going, distractions become more dangerous than attacks. Attacks reveal themselves. Distractions disguise themselves. The enemy won't always fight you with fear. Sometimes he fights you with busyness, with unnecessary conversations, with old connections resurfacing, with emotional detours wrapped in false urgency. But you, Anointed One, are entering a season where you must choose purpose over people, destiny over comfort, calling over familiarity, not because you're cold, but because you finally understand that your Red Sea is opening and you cannot afford to miss the moment heaven has ordained. Chosen one. Now that you've stepped into this realm of divine clarity and inner elevation, the next phase of your journey becomes both powerful and delicate. You are walking through a spiritual intersection where heaven is releasing instruction, insight, and strategy. And your ability to discern the voice of God in this season will determine how quickly your Red Sea opens. This is not a moment for emotional reactions. This is a moment for spiritual precision. The enemy knows that your breakthrough is close, so he will attempt to familiarize your spirit with old patterns, old wounds, and old mindsets. But what once trapped you will no longer have the same power because you are no longer the version of yourself that those traps were designed for. You have outgrown the nets that once held you. You have outgrown the lies that once shaped you. You have outgrown the cycles that once drained you. And heaven is now calling you to walk with the awareness of someone who carries revelation, not confusion, authority, not insecurity, vision, not fear. One thing you must understand, chosen one, is that every major breakthrough in your life will require a recalibration of your inner world. God never takes his chosen ones into a new season with an old mindset. Before God parted the Red Sea for Israel, he first had to part Egypt out of their thinking. Liberation does not start at the water, it starts in the mind. And the same is true for you. The thoughts that once governed you cannot accompany you into the land God is preparing for you. This is why you've been sensing unusual tension between your old patterns and your new identity. You're beginning to question things you once tolerated. You're beginning to crave silence more than noise. You're beginning to seek purpose more than validation. You're beginning to feel an inner pull toward discipline, alignment, and intentionality. This is not random. This is spiritual evolution. It is the internal proof that the external shift is already unfolding. And I can tell you from personal experience, this is the moment where everything accelerates. When you begin to honor your calling in the small decisions, the way you speak, the way you spend your time, the way you guard your peace, heaven responds with divine momentum. You begin to attract what matches your identity, not your insecurity. You begin to walk toward what heaven prepared, not what your past tolerated. You begin to feel the weight of glory resting on your decisions, your actions, your posture. In this season, the voice of God will become clearer, but his instructions will also become sharper. He will require you to let go of what once comforted you, but now limits you. He will ask you to step into spaces that feel too big, too wide, too overwhelming, not because you are unprepared, but because you are perfectly trained. God never places his chosen ones in positions of influence without building inner stability first. And stability, chosen one, is what you have gained through every storm, every betrayal, every disappointment, every closed door. You are stable enough now to receive what once would have crushed you. You are mature enough now to steward what once would have distracted you. You are aligned enough now to walk through doors that once intimidated you. And as heaven releases this next wave of supernatural transfer, you must walk with the awareness that divine opportunity requires divine maturity. This is the moment to silence the noise, lean in, and listen. God will begin to highlight certain ideas, certain people, certain steps that you once overlooked. He will give you dreams that carry instruction. He will give you impressions in your spirit that carry direction. He will speak through unexpected moments, a conversation, a sentence, a sudden knowing that you cannot explain. Pay attention, because every moment of divine guidance is connected to what he is preparing for you. Chosen one, you are entering a season where your obedience will open doors faster than your effort ever could. Heaven is aligning you with strategies, connections, and opportunities that will shift your entire trajectory. This is not the time to hesitate. This is the time to follow the whisper. The same God who brought you to the Red Sea will walk you through it, and the waters are beginning to move. Chosen one, as we step into this seventh movement of your journey, I need you to understand the weight of the moment you are living in. You are no longer simply preparing for breakthrough. You are standing in the vibration of breakthrough. The atmosphere around your life has thickened. The spiritual traffic around you has increased. The sensitivity in your spirit has heightened for a reason. Heaven is drawing nearer to your story in a way you have never experienced before. And with this nearness comes a clarity that might feel overwhelming at first. You may find yourself noticing things you once ignored, sensing shifts in people's intentions, picking up on spiritual currents before anything visibly changes. This is not paranoia, this is discernment being activated. One of the clearest signs that a chosen one is nearing their Red Sea moment is when the unseen begins to feel more real than the seen. You begin to sense the reality of what God is doing long before it appears in the natural. Heaven always speaks in whispers before it moves in wonders. And chosen one, heaven has been whispering to you more frequently, more intensely, more directly. The enemy, of course, has noticed. That's why you've been feeling random waves of tiredness, mental fog, sudden insecurity, or the urge to question whether any of this is real. You feel it because you're standing between dimensions, leaving who you were and stepping into who you were always meant to become. That in-between space is sacred, but it is also spiritually contested. You are crossing over from effort to grace, from survival to strategy, from wandering to destiny. And the enemy knows he cannot stop the crossing, so he tries to distort your vision during the transition. The enemy's final attack is always launched at the brink of breakthrough, and you, anointed one, are at the brink. But here is the good news that must steady your spirit. Though the enemy has increased his attacks, heaven has increased your authority. You have grown in ways you haven't even recognized yet. You have become spiritually heavier, mentally stronger, emotionally sharper, and prophetically attuned. You have survived storms that would have destroyed a weaker vessel. You have passed tests that weren't designed to be easy. They were designed to reveal your endurance. You have been shaped in silence, stretched in secrecy, strengthened in shadows. And now heaven is preparing to bring you into the light. But before every divine promotion, God does something profound. He recalibrates your expectation. Expectation is the womb of manifestation. What you expect determines what can enter your life. For years, your expectation has been influenced by disappointment. You prayed with faith, but you lived with caution. You hoped for breakthrough, but you prepared for heartbreak. You asked boldly, but you expected gently, as if you were afraid to ask for too much. This season requires a different posture. You cannot approach your Red Sea with the expectation of failure. You must walk toward it with the certainty that it will open. This is the moment where you must expect uncommon favor, expect sudden opportunities, expect unexpected provision, expect divine timing, expect doors to open without explanation. This is not arrogance. It is agreement with what heaven is already releasing. I remember seasons in my own journey where God began shifting my expectation before He shifted my circumstances. I felt things coming before I saw them. I sensed doors breaking open even when the hallways around me were silent. I felt a weight of glory resting on decisions that seemed small at the time. That inner stirring was heaven preparing me to receive what I had once felt unworthy of. And chosen one, that is what is happening in you now. You are beginning to feel the promise before you touch it. You are beginning to taste the future before you walk into it. You are beginning to carry the atmosphere of breakthrough even before breakthrough becomes visible. This is spiritual pregnancy. The destiny inside you is kicking. And as every pregnant season teaches us, when birthing time comes, there is pressure, stretching, discomfort, and urgency. But the moment the breakthrough emerges, the struggle is forgotten. You are carrying something that has taken years of warfare, tears, prayers, discipline, and sacrifice to develop. And heaven is not about to let you miscarry what you have carried this long. Listen closely. The pressure you feel right now is not a sign that you are breaking. It is a sign that you are birthing. The Red Sea is not resisting you. It is responding to you. It is opening, not because of who you used to be, but because of who you have become. Chosen one, you are stepping into the moment where heaven announces, now. Chosen one, as we enter this final movement of your journey, I want you to feel the weight of what heaven is declaring over you. You are standing in the most pivotal, divinely timed moment of your life. And everything you have endured, resisted, survived, and overcome has brought you here to the threshold of supernatural manifestation. You are not at the end of a story. You are at the unveiling of one. The Red Sea in front of you is not a wall. It is a divine doorway. And heaven is preparing to open it in a way that leaves no room for human interpretation. This next season will carry a signature so unmistakably divine that even your doubters will say, "Only God could have done that." But before the waters part, something holy must happen inside you, a full surrender to the identity heaven has been building within you. You cannot walk into your breakthrough carrying the fragments of who you used to be. You cannot cross into destiny with the mindset of someone who was merely surviving. You must step into this moment with the awareness of someone who has been chosen, prepared, refined, and commissioned. You are no longer the version of yourself who questioned every step. You are no longer the version who begged for signs because you feared making mistakes. You are no longer the version who allowed insecurity to dictate your decisions. No, the fire has forged you, the wilderness has matured you, the battles have strengthened you, and the silence has taught you how to hear God's whisper. Now you stand as someone who has learned to trust without evidence, believe without guarantees, and obey without full understanding. This is what it means to be chosen, and this is why heaven is ready to honor you. The supernatural transfer coming toward your life is not random favor. It is a response to your faithfulness. It is the reward of someone who kept sowing even when the soil looked barren, someone who kept praying even when the heavens seemed sealed, someone who kept walking even when the ground under your feet shook, someone who stayed pure when compromise was easier, someone who stayed loyal when betrayal would have been justified, someone who kept showing up, kept believing, kept worshiping, kept holding on, even when your hands were trembling. Heaven has recorded every tear, every sacrifice, every hidden battle, every moment you chose obedience over comfort. You have earned nothing, yet you have stewarded everything. And that stewardship is what qualifies you for the acceleration that is now unfolding. In this season, you will not have to strive for what is yours. You will not have to chase opportunities, force connections, or manipulate outcomes. You will see doors open that no man could have opened. You will step into rooms that your resume could not have built. You will receive resources that logic cannot explain. You will experience restoration that time cannot match. You will witness alignment that strategy cannot produce, because God Himself is orchestrating it. This is the Red Sea principle. When heaven moves, human effort becomes irrelevant. What you could never make happen in years, God will accomplish in moments. What you cried over, fought through, and agonized about, He will resolve with a whisper. But as you enter this supernatural moment, chosen one, you must understand the responsibility that comes with glory. Breakthrough is not just blessing, it is stewardship. The moment the Red Sea parts, the chosen one must walk with intentionality. The weight of your calling will increase, not decrease. The authority you carry will expand, not diminish. And you will notice that God begins to trust you with influence, resources, connections, and opportunities that have impact far beyond your personal life. This is because your journey was never just about you. The warfare you survived wasn't only meant to protect your story, it was meant to equip you to lead others into their own breakthrough. Everything you learned in darkness will now become light for someone else. Everything you overcame in silence will now become a roadmap for someone who is still wrestling. Everything God deposits into your hands will flow through your hands. That is why humility must remain your foundation. The moment promotion touches your life, pride will attempt to attach itself. But remember, your breakthrough was not earned by performance. It was birthed by surrender. Never forget the one who brought you through the waters. Never forget the nights that shaped you, the tears that baptized you, the storms that purified you. Never forget how God carried you when you could not carry yourself. And never allow the blessings of your new season to make you forget the God who authored it. But chosen one, do not be afraid of this responsibility. Heaven is not giving you weight. Heaven is giving you wings. The anointing on your life is not designed to burden you. It is designed to elevate you. This next chapter will not feel like striving. It will feel like soaring. And as you rise, the world around you will rise with you. Your voice will carry authority. Your presence will carry peace. Your decisions will carry breakthrough. Your life will carry evidence that God still parts seas. And when people ask you how everything changed, how everything opened, how everything aligned, how everything accelerated, you will testify with the simplicity of someone who has walked with God. It was His timing. It was His hand. It was His favor. Chosen one, the best chapter is not coming. It is beginning, and the Red Sea is ready to open. Chosen one, as we come to the close of this message, I need you to hear this with the deepest part of your spirit. You are standing in your Kairos hour. Not tomorrow, not someday, not in a distant season, now. Heaven has already shifted. The atmosphere around your life has already turned. The waters in front of you are already stirring. Before you even press play on this video, the supernatural transfer had begun moving in your direction. You are not waiting for God to start it. God is waiting for you to step into it. Chosen one, this is not the end of a message. This is the beginning of a divine movement in your life. You have crossed the threshold. You have survived the wilderness. You have endured the refining. And now heaven is commissioning you to walk forward with a confidence that does not come from emotion, but from revelation. You are standing at your Red Sea, and the same God who led you here is the God who will take you through on dry ground. Feel this truth settle into your heart. The transfer has already begun. The shift has already activated. What has been withheld is being released. What has been delayed is being accelerated. What has been tangled is being untied. What felt buried is rising. What felt impossible is bending itself into alignment. This is your ordained moment, the exact one heaven has been preparing you for. Chosen one, I declare over you now, may your spirit rise with fresh strength. May your discernment sharpen with heavenly clarity. May your heart anchor itself in divine peace. May your steps be guided by the whisper of the Holy Spirit. May every closed door reveal the protection in its closing. May every open door reveal the purpose in its timing. May every blessing arrive without burden, without compromise, without dilution. You are walking into a season where ease replaces strain, clarity replaces confusion, and confidence replaces fear. Not because life becomes effortless, but because you now know who walks with you. Anointed one, lift your head. Heaven has placed a mantle on your shoulders that hell cannot remove. The enemy fought you because he knew what was coming, but now his panic is the proof of your promotion. Every attack you survived was evidence of your value to the kingdom. Every battle you endured was training for the authority you now carry. You did not come out of the fire fragile. You came out refined, strengthened, unshakable. Chosen one, hear this clearly. You are being entrusted with more favor, more influence, more wisdom, more revelation, more resources. Not for your ego, but for your assignment. You are not just walking into blessing, you are walking into purposeful blessing, the kind that flows through you to others, the kind that multiplies, the kind that heals households, shifts generations, and breaks cycles. And as you step into this new chapter, may gratitude be your posture. Not the gratitude that whispers, but the gratitude that stands with reverence and says, Lord, I see what you're doing, and I honor it. Gratitude prepares the heart for even greater outpouring. Gratitude keeps you aligned with the flow of the anointing. Gratitude opens your spirit to more than you expected. Chosen one, before you leave this video, I want to speak a prophetic commissioning over your life. May the hand of God go before you. May the angels assigned to your destiny walk beside you. May the peace of God rest behind you, sealing everything that concerns you. May your Red Sea open in ways that leave you breathless with wonder. May your testimony become the sound that awakens others to their own breakthrough. May your life become undeniable evidence that God still parts waters, God still lifts the humble, and God still honors the faithful. Walk now with boldness. Walk now with reverence. Walk now with expectation. Heaven is cheering. The earth is shifting. The enemy is trembling. And you, chosen one, are stepping into the chapter that will redefine your entire story. If this word touched your spirit, let the comment "Amen" be your act of agreement. Share this message with someone who needs a reminder that their Red Sea is about to open. And if you feel led, connect to this space, not for content, but for community, for guidance, for the journey ahead. Chosen one, your breakthrough is not coming, it is here. Now go, step into your crossing. The waters are moving, heaven is ready, and your destiny is waiting.